All right. For those who don't know how to do it, this is how you do it. When they approach you, sometimes they don't even come out and totally ask you. They send somebody else to ask you, or maybe they send an inmate or whatever the case may be, or they come themselves. Like with me, they came themselves. They're not working alone. They're working with security. They're working with the drivers. They're working with the bus. So what you as an officer have to do is, if you do get into it or whatever, or the day that the person asks you, jot down, put on your phone, but not really your phone, or if you have to get another phone, because they're going to start sending you spam so they can dig into your phone. So, jot it down on a piece of paper, not in your black book. Get a little separate book or a different phone. You understand? And jot down who approached you. Then who was at security gate, because they don't work alone. They work with other people. Security, they could be putting their friend as security for that day so you can get the drugs in. Write down who's security. You understand? Um, who's in the hallway. Every bit of everything. What time they called you, what number they called you from, what was you doing, what time was it, where were you? You understand? All these little tidbits, because this is what the FBI is going to want to know. Now, when you call the FBI, they're going to be like, oh, we don't handle the ad, call PD, but PD, as you know, is crooked. You can't trust PD. So you just have to keep calling every week, and bother the hell out of them. Sometimes they have somebody at the FBI. You understand? Because when you call the FBI is just going to call them. And what happened? They in charge of security. So the FBI is going to say, oh, we have an officer here saying that so-and-so is calling us. And, it goes right back to them. You understand? So you just have to keep calling and calling and calling. And eventually you're going to find somebody who's going to listen to your cries, because they know these gangs exist. Not the Blood Crips gangs, or the Latin Kings or whatever, the officer gang, because they so used to doing it for so many years and it's been working for them, so they just keep doing it because no one is speaking up. Everybody's scared, because they do go after you, and they go after your family, and they try to blacklist you, try to blackball you, they try to steal your money, they try. I'm telling you up front. So you're like, so why should I go through that? Because once you give in, they're going to think they own you. They're going to want you to do other things besides smuggling drugs on the island. They're going to want you to go pick up the drugs from Mexico or Jamaica or something. It doesn't stop there. Then when you date somebody, then they're going to want to, go find out about this person, scare that person, put that person in jail. Or they're going to, I'm telling you. But the good outcome is that eventually you breaking these gangs down piece by piece. You breaking these people down piece by piece, because now they have to try to recruit new people, and sometimes they don't want to recruit new people because they already have their family members in line and in charge in these positions to handle the situation. So when you tell on one person and one of them get caught, besides you, the officer, because you the officer's gonna get caught, because they still have to look good by acting like they stopping the drugs in the jail. But like I said, they only stop the person on the opposite team for bringing in drugs that they didn't consign to. You understand? Because the kings, they get they drugs into from officers. I'm telling you, I was watching these people like crazy. They think they would just transfer me from spot to spot. I was watching them. Sometimes I used to go jail to jail when they put me on sick. I was watching them. They have their people set up. I saw one officer. They was stressing the officer out, and she broke down and said, all right, I give up, I give up, I give up." So they try to make it look like she was having a nervous breakdown, and she wasn't. She was just tired of them coming after her and threatening her and doing things in her life to make it miserable. So she's like, all right, I'll give in. And she was security at the front desk. And she gave in front of me. Because one time I was leaving my post to go to breakfast. I think it was breakfast. Yeah, and I was going to my locker, and all of them surrounding her, and she was just. And then when they saw me, because all of them was out there with her, when they saw me, they said, "Oh, she's just having a nervous breakdown. Call an ambulance. Call that." No. When I started going through it, then I realized what was going on, because a couple of days later she was back on post. Now usually they would send you out to the doctor. They would HMD would put you out. No, the woman was just fed up, and she finally gave in. So I've seen it for myself, where they would try to recruit people, and when they can't recruit people, they force you into it. So, if you want to be owned by people like slaves, like you a slave or something, please be my guest. Give in. If you don't think there's nothing wrong, oh, you're gonna make a little extra cash or whatever. No, are you really benefiting when people got things on you? When at the drop of a dime, they can come and blackmail you to do other things for their family, like prostitution. I know this chick. She went to college. She got through college being a prostitute because, you know, my mother and father ain't all there, and she got this idea of becoming a prostitute, and she went through college. So now she's out of college, and she's working, and the money's calling her. I mean, on her way to having a normal life, but she couldn't give up that life. Somebody found out what she did, and now they're blackmailing her to smuggle drugs in and out of Mexico. So are you, and she has a prominent job. So are you really ever going to get away from them? Do you want to have a lifetime of somebody controlling your every move and stuff like that? I mean, it's a hard battle to get to the state that I am, where, I can do what the hell I want. I mean, if you want to take my man, if you want to do you. I'm still not going to do whatever you want to do. You understand? So are you always want to be under the thumb of these people? Are you that scared? You understand? So you have to sit down with yourself and make up your mind. You know, and since they're in the jail system, they would put you in jail, and NYPD is down with that. You understand? So be prepared. Be prepared for everything. They would put false charges on you. They would set you up. I'm telling you, the whole nine. Because right now I can't even contact the 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 um the station that covers this area, because I'm not towing down to them. But slowly but surely, I broke them down. I told whoever's in charge of NYPD, these officers, and I sent them a picture. These officers are in the take. They're using their badge, thinking that they can control me, and you can't. I'm gonna break you down one by one, just like you're trying to break me down one by one. I'm gonna follow suit. You want to break me down? I'm gonna break you down. I'm gonna point you out. I'm gonna take pictures of you, badge numbers, everything, time, dates, everything, and I'm gonna send it to whoever I have to send to. You're not gonna control me. So it's either you be an independent person or you be under their thumb. Me, I'd rather be an independent person, because, like I said, if I'm gonna do all that, I'm not gonna do it for you and your stinky ass family that want to turn me in and act like I wasn't doing it for you. You understand? I'm going to do it for somebody I trust, and I don't trust you, and that ain't me. Do you, boo boo? If that's the kind of life you want, and you want that quick 5 Gs, like she always say, I know the person. I'm not gonna name names, and you want that quick 5 Gs, and you want to shove stuff up your ass and to be a prostitute, and you was on your way to be somebody and to get out the business, and you want to sell your pussy or do whatever, and you want to put shit up your ass and up your pussy and go to Mexico 3 and 4 times a year, whatever. Do you, boo boo? Do you? You ain't running shit. Because that money you making is not even taking you nowhere. You on your way down and you don't even know it. You think getting that quick 5 Gs is taking you somewhere. It ain't taking you nowhere, bitch. Especially if you're coming after me. If you're going after somebody else, maybe. But if you're coming after me, I'm going to dig into you like you dig into me. You ain't nothing but a fucking drug mule, bitch. And they own you. So you don't be coming after me telling me some bullshit about, oh, I took your man and this and that. You ain't take shit. Nobody wants to stay with you because you're a fucking prostitute. So you got to lie to your family and tell your family, oh, I'm this and I'm that, and bring up be with guys who's not even a baby father. You don't know who the baby father is because you were a prostitute. Motherfucker condom broke in you, and you got pregnant. Now you're trying to figure out who's the baby father. If you don't already took a blood test and find out, you didn't know who the baby father is, and you lying to your family. People own you. So don't let me come tell your business, bitch. Don't try to think you doing something to me. I'm trying to live my fucking life. You and y'all friends all in my business. All in my business. I'm trying to just live my fucking life. But you all in my business. Who she fucking? Let me see what he looked like. Let me go after him. Yeah, that bitch thinks she... No. If he's dumb enough to fall for you, please, by all means, you can have him. I don't want no scared man around me. You understand? So you ain't shit. Your friends ain't shit. The crew ain't shit. Because somebody control you. When they call you to smuggle their drugs, you got to go. You got to go. You can't say no. So, come after whatever you want to come after. I ain't paying none of y'all no mind. I'm living my life. Y'all the one who come after me. Y'all the one to know who I'm fucking. Y'all want to know what I'm doing in my house, what I'm doing, you know, trying to send me things on my phone so you can see what I'm doing. Y'all the one who doing that. I'm not paying y'all no fucking mind because y'all don't matter to me. Correction don't, none of that matters to me. So stop paying me any mind. You understand? Stop. You don't like me, stop paying me no mind. Y'all go on my blogs and see what I'm saying, and yet still, oh, I can't stand that bitch. Why? You can't stand me. Stop following what I'm doing. Stop wanting everything I got. Because I know I'm fly. I know I'm a fly bitch. And obviously, you know it too. As you wouldn't be so concerned about who I'm doing, what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. All I can say is nobody owns me. I don't shove stuff up my ass for nobody. I don't prostitute my pussy for nobody. And half of them are junkies. Half of them ain't shit. So you working for people who ain't shit. You making them look like shit. Because one by one, y'all keep giving in. And they ain't shit. They fucking family in Jamaica ain't shit. Fucking family in Puerto Rico ain't shit. In Mexico, they ain't shit. But they making you feel like they got all this going on and, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And then the money, you know, after a while you giving because the money is good. If they even paying you. You feel me? So get scared. Give in to them. Be my guest. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I went through and what I done. Yeah, you understand? So I don't have to be under control of nobody. Only God controls me. You understand? What I did. It's not it's not it's not a whatchamacallit process. It's not a thing process. It's a hard process. Because I went through a lot with them and probably still is. You understand? Because they wondering who I'm dating, who I'm fucking. Oh, she better not be having no man. I'm going to send somebody out. Yeah, all that. And then he's punk enough not to, you know, want to deal with the situation with me. I don't want, you understand? So, and all because they don't want to stay out my life. They want to control me. And to all who's listening, all the Johnsons, you understand, and all the Latin kings that, um, don't like me, and all the bloods on the other side who don't like me. I'm not coming after y'all. Y'all coming after me. I don't have problems with Latin kings. I don't have problem with bloods. I don't have problem with Jamaicans. I don't have problem with Puerto Ricans or whatever the case. I don't have problem. Y'all have problem with me. Why? Because y'all can't control me. And for whatever reason, y'all think I'm special. No, that's okay. That's not my thing. I'm from the streets. So I'm on my business. But when you keep constantly coming into my life and doing things into my life and just to break me down, no, you're not breaking me down. You're making me stronger. You're making me say, Rhonda, Rhonda, this is why you're not getting into it. Because like I said, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for my family. Because I can trust my family. And they friends, because they're gonna do it for people that they can trust. I'm not gonna do it for you and your crew. You feel me? Do you feel me? I have no problem with y'all, but y'all have problems with me. But I know how all of y'all get y'all drugs in jail, because I was sat there and watched all of y'all, the Kings and the Debs, the officers. I watched all of y'all. Why y'all so busy watching me and who I'm dating? I'm busy watching how y'all make y'all money. You understand? So I'm gonna break you down. So you keep coming after me and keep and trying to control me and keep coming after my men that I'm dating or whatever. You keep doing that. I'm gonna just break down your team one by one. I'm gonna name names. Yes, I'm naming names. Deb Johnson, Rochester. What's the other captain? Lester, Hill, Barrett, all of y'all. Gales, Burks. I'm naming names. I'm not scared of none of y'all. So and NYPD officers too, I'm naming names, giving badge numbers. So don't approach me with y'all bullshit. Cut it out. I'm not scared of y'all. Y'all can't do me more than you doing me or did to me. I'm naming names. I'm keeping track of all of that. I'm telling who I gotta tell. The CIA, FBI, whatever Jamaican clique you got, whatever Spanish clique you got, whatever clique you got, I'ma tell them. Whoever I can help get you, I'm gonna help them. That's me. You coming after me, I'm gonna come after you. It's not, oh, it's a lot of them, I'm scared. No, I'm gonna come after you. One by one, I'm gonna break y'all down. One by one. You want to come after me one by one. Somebody gonna listen. One of your enemies probably listening. Maybe your enemies can help me out and get after you. You feel me? So leave me alone. You don't want to leave me alone? I'm gonna break you down. I'm keeping names and numbers, plain and fucking simple. You know all y'all little schemes y'all got. You feel me? All right. So as long as we have that, understanding, bruh or sis, as long as we have that understanding, and call me crazy all you want. Somebody is listening to this crazy bitch. And somebody's saying, you know what? Yeah, another officer said that. That so and so approached her and they was or was marking them late. Cause they do little things that looks legitimate within um your job. It looks legitimate. Changing your schedule, taking you off post, marking you late for 1 minute, then they send you out sick. They got people on your block watching you so they know you're not home. They got somebody fucking with your car, so your car will break down, so you can't get home on time. All that shit. Yes, they do stuff like that. Remember the Trini guy I told you about on my block? Yes, he was fucking with my car. One time, my car broke down because I had a doctor's appointment. My car broke down. I called HMD and I told them, listen, my car broke down. I won't be home on time. Um, we can't help you there. You can't call us when your car not broke because they know they all in concession. They do shit like that. He's messing with my car to break down, thinking it's my son that not driving it right. Yeah, they do stuff like that. And of course, now they know you're not home. Guess what happens? They pop up at your house. Oh, Officer so and so is not home. We gonna write her up. You think it's by coincidence? No. That's why Captain Barrett wasn't supposed to be getting to know nobody on the block. But they do that. That's part of their clique. That's what they do. They get to know people around your block to report, oh, she's not home. Oh, she's leaving her house. Watch you 24/7. And then they hook up these people with jobs and stuff in agencies. Maybe their agency. Maybe they had to get me out of 95 because I heard that somebody I knew that would bring in drugs for them started working in Upper 9 and Lower 9. That's what I heard. So everything in your life after that is not going to be coincidence. It just looks like it. You understand? Oh, yeah. I got written up for not being home. How you know I'm not home? From what you call it agency, I'm calling a different section of the agency. What happened? And you pop up in my house. Gave me a ticket. We came, you wasn't here. Really? How did you know that? How every time I leave my house, you know that I leave my house? How do you know that I'm at the car dealership? Because another time I was at the car dealership, some lady, this black lady, she wouldn't leave the area. She kept coming to the salesman and asking them, are you finished? Are you finished? And the man was like, you just security. Why you asking me? Why you asking me, am I finished? She was security for the Benz dealership. But she was getting, they followed me to the Benz dealership. That's how deep shit gets. Because they want to control you. They get to find out where you going. They find out sometimes they put stuff on your phone so they can see stuff on your phone. They watching you because if they get to know the super you're building. They hear you talking on the phone. Oh, I'm going to the dealership so and so. Then they call HMD or they call the DEP or the officer Rochester or whoever other officers. Yeah, they was all and they all in my life. They act like they ain't, but they want to know. And this is how they do it. You be wondering, everybody? Like my sister say, everybody, Rhonda? Everybody? Yeah, because they get to know people around you. It's not by coincidence. I know it's a hard job, trying to go against the grain and trying to go against these people. It is hard, I'm telling you. I've been through it, probably still going through it. But it's up to you. But like I said, where it's gonna stop. One minute you bringing it into the jails. Next minute they're gonna call you and tell you gotta go to Mexico pick up some drugs. Why happened? Or else we gonna get your daughter, or we gonna stop your son at a traffic light, and give him a ticket and start harassing your kid. And your grandmother's in the hospital. They go after you. Yeah, where does it stop? So when they approach you, take notes and call the FBI. Call some other agency. If it's international, call CIA. Bust up their group. Because they need somebody to bring the drugs over from wherever they think. Bust up their group. Find out who. Take pictures. Do something. Do something. Don't keep your mouth shut. Don't get scared. It's very scary. I'm telling you. It's very scary. And of course, if that don't work, like I said, they go after your children or your mother or your sister or your grandmother. Yeah, I've been through all that. And they start telling people, "Oh, she crazy. She didn't take medication." I'll be that. I'll be that crazy bitch. But I know all the information on you, and I'm gonna say it. Somebody's gonna believe me. Ain't nobody gonna believe you, bitch. There's too many of us. We even have people in the FBI. Yeah, okay. I know that. But somebody's gonna believe me. And they did. So I say that to somebody's gonna believe you. Just be persistent. If you really don't want to go down that track, if you really just came on the agency just to be, you know, if you really don't want to go down that track, call somebody. Even if it get back to them, and most of the time it will, because they in charge of security. You understand? They in charge of investigation. They got people in investigation. They got people in the commissioner's office. They got people all over. Even if that, still, keep your notes and tell somebody. Get in touch with the commissioner. Get in touch with a warden. Because usually the warden is not involved. When the warden get involved is when they start blackmailing the wardens. Because they got their people, they got the secretaries watching the wardens, you know. But try to get above the depths. The ADD and the ADW and whatever, get warden and or up. Because the warden is relying on the depths and the captains to run the jail so he can do the front office stuff. You understand? So he's going by what they're telling him and her in, some instances. You understand? He's relying on them. So that's why they walk around thinking that they run the jails, because basically they do. They running it to the ground, mind you. That's why it's getting closed down. But they run the jails because the warden is busy doing politicking with the mayor and trying to keep the agency thing and whatever. And then with the union, Seabrook was out there helping us, but all his delegates sucked. Well, at least in my jail. They were siding with the white shirts, which is the depths and the captains. They wasn't fighting for us. They was agreeing to everything the white shirt said. Maybe because they wasn't reading up on the rules of regs, or pointing out or going and tell secret, listen, we need to fight for this, we need to fight for. No, they wasn't doing that. They started bowing down to the white shirts, and so the white shirts started getting puffed up, thinking that they run shit because they have all the authority. The warden is giving them authority, now the union is giving them authority. So the officers is getting nowhere. So usually it's not the leadership, you understand? And it's the underling, it's the under leadership. Everybody under the warden. I'm not saying maybe now, because it's been a couple of years since I've been in the department. Maybe now one of them is not a warden, because let me tell you, they was motivated to be wardens. These women, and some of these men, but they was motivated. They was like by any means necessary to get to that level so they can help their crew, because they got turned out, so to speak, by some of the captains who recruited them. You understand? And that's life on the island. Because I didn't believe it neither. I didn't believe it. I'm like, no, I'm an officer. I don't see that. Because I wasn't really looking. I saw decent people. And, most officers are decent people. But then there's cliques who can't leave the street life on the street. They're motivated by money. So therefore, they're putting your life and your freedom at risk for their family. You feel me? And they do you dirty. They do you dirty. I'm like, I am not wasting my time with y'all. So sometimes I took a couple of L's. They write you up for shit. They send you places that you know. They had me working all 8 hours because Deb Johnson started saying that she's on the midnight, so she started telling us to do things on the 3:30 tour. Then at 7:30, sometimes I didn't even get to go to lunch because I'm doing stuff in the area. They said, okay, at 7:30 you got to go to search. Other officers get breaks, at least 15 minutes, at least a half an hour, 15 minutes here and 15 minutes, at least a half an hour break if we break it up in two. We had the 3:32 started to get no breaks because we come in, we got to go do something, then we got to go relieve the A officer. They come back, we got to do breakfast, this and that. At 7 o'clock, if everybody's in the cell, you you go to chow, and straight after 7 o'clock, 7:40, you got to go to search. 8:30, you come, you got to open up. You're tired. Meanwhile, other officers is getting breaks and doing their paperwork and relaxing before the day starts. Not our tour. She started running our tour ragged on purpose because that was my tour. So it looks normal, but behind the scenes she was trying to get at me. Or she's trying to improve. How you gonna improve the jails? But having a tired B officer. And then when you step in front, you don't know if you're going home because they tell you, oh, you got to do overtime. And then you got to come back that night again. Or will everybody have overtime? But I'm just trying to show you the kind of stuff they do. They make it look like work, but it's personal shit with these women. These grimy ass women. They don't want you to have a man. They want all the men because they fuck everybody. They fucking hoes around there. I'm telling you. But they fuck strategically. They don't just fuck niggas just to fuck. I mean, sometimes they do. Like, what's her name? She fucked everybody. But they was fucking strategically because they trying to get these guys on their crew. Like, remember that Haitian officer I was telling you? I'm not going to give his name because, yeah, she was trying to recruit him because he was in an area that they needed to get drugs into. She wasn't just fucking him to fuck him. Yeah, he was a good looking guy and whatever the case may be, whatever.